Hey, do you remember exactly 24 hours ago when I told you the CSGO market was crashing and prices of all top tier operation skins were going down 25 to 30% at their worst? Well, I got some interesting news. This is the new past 24 hours of some of the same exact skins, with a skin like the MP9 Wild Lily being up 55% in just one day. These things were down so bad just 24 hours ago. What the hell has happened in a time period like this for them to just suddenly go through the roof and flip in price? Is it market manipulation, hype, or something else? Well, we'll look at that all in a second, but as per usual, I'm going to be giving away some cases and RMR stickers too this time. So be sure you're subscribed to the channel, leave a like on this video, and comment your Steam username for a chance to win. And as per usual, let's quickly go over our sponsor, LootBear. LootBear is a site where you can rent up to $1,200 in CSGO skins for as low as $15 a month. I'm renting an $1,100 M9 Marble Fade right now, and it's pretty cool if I do say so myself. You don't have to worry about paying full price and the item price fluctuating like we see now, so it's the best way out there to try out insane play skins without breaking your bank and flex on your friends as well. And that link in the description will give you a 2-week trial for free, so if you don't like it, you can always cancel before the trial ends. But with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Okay, so let's start with the argument of market manipulation, as this is a really strange situation and I could see why that's an argument now. Even though I usually say stuff like this, hype spikes and stuff like that isn't usually market manipulation, because it really isn't. Thankfully, I still have screenshots of yesterday's sell orders as actual evidence for this as well. Zipple and another high tier trader were pointing out that this whole situation seemed pretty suspicious. I mean, the factory new MP9 Wild Lily jumped from $677 to $1,000 in just one sale on the same day. How was that even possible? That doesn't make sense. Were there not Wild Lilies listed for cheaper, somewhere between $677 and $1,000? Well, the thing is, there were. A $330 difference in price is pretty absurd, so it wouldn't make sense for there not to be an MP9 listed somewhere in between, and there was. This screenshot shows that there was a sale at 43.88 CNY and then instantly jumped to 6,500, but as per a screenshot that I took yesterday, there were 3 MP9 Wild Lilies that were listed between those at 4,800, 49.99 and a half, and 5,500. So why did they just suddenly disappear? I genuinely don't know. I find it very hard to believe that these 3 Wild Lilies got taken off buff at a very similar time and weren't actually bought. And I can't confirm it's market manipulation, but it doesn't exactly make sense to me. Why were these 3 removed, and why was one bought at 6,500 when there were ones listed in the 4,000 range just a few hours ago? I did say the dip was too drastic to be maintained and that prices would bounce back eventually, but I definitely didn't expect it like this, and I don't think anybody else did. So as I said in yesterday's video, I still think sitting this out for a few weeks might be the safest option, as we're going through a really weird period in the market right now, and with stuff up to 60% just today, I don't think now is a good time to buy at all. But yesterday, I guess from now it looks like it was a great time to buy. So is all of this just hype? I mean, these higher tier operation skins did drop upwards of 25% in just one day. Have players and collectors decided enough is enough and it's time to be buying back? Well, it's definitely possible, but the reason I say to wait is because the same situation as the market going down 25% in a day, people are going to pull up their funds and buy back in while the prices are down. But the same thing goes for prices being up 50% in a day. If the market makes sense and performs like a normal market, it shouldn't be able to maintain this, and people that own these skins are going to sell off this random spike in price. Just like people bought on the dip, people sell on the spike. especially when it's this big of a spike. I definitely think this is a much better sign for the market than the 25% decrease in one day for obvious reasons, but at the same time, I wouldn't expect skins to suddenly spike back up to the prices they were at during peak times in June. We've still got a lot of room to go for that, and I don't think that's something we're going to be seeing in a few days or a few weeks, or possibly even a few months. As I've said plenty of times before, I think we're going to have to wait till the next operation to see that. But I mean, who really knows? Skins just went up 60% in one day. What do I know about the market at this point, really? But once again, good news is that we're starting to see signs of life again. I said in my last video that the breakout case was starting to show it, and that it seemed to be a few days difference in the time that different investments such as operation skins, cases, and just normal play skins react to hype and corrections in the market, and that they don't all just drop at one time or correct at one time or spike up at one time. And so far, this is proving to be true. But at this point, I genuinely cannot tell you what the price of higher tier operation skins will look like in a day, even a week or a month, anytime soon really. No one could predict what happened yesterday, and no one could predict what happens today. I'm going to be monitoring this whole situation though very closely, and if I do keep my daily uploads up, expect to keep hearing about this because it's a very interesting situation. It's genuinely like monitoring crypto at its peak at this point. I want to keep it open 24/7, lose hundreds in a few hours time, and then gain it back the next day. It's completely absurd. But thankfully, the good news is CSGO skins, after this summer hype at least, shouldn't be nearly as volatile as crypto was during that period, so there's not as much to worry about there, hopefully. But closing notes, once again, I think sitting this out for the time being is the safest option. Waiting for things to settle down is never a bad idea, but if prices crash again, it could be a great time to flip some skins if you want to take that risk and buy in soon. And if they go through another minus 25% day, long-term investors like myself might just have to come in and not miss out on another investing opportunity. But once again, who knows what the market is even going to look like tomorrow. So let's take it one day at a time. So besides all that, as per usual, all of this is just my own opinion. I am no fortune teller. I just base my thoughts on the market on what happened in the past, what is logical, and what makes sense. So always invest at your own risk. Nothing is guaranteed profit, especially in a time like this. But my best advice is always just be as patient as you can and hold for as long as you can. And it seems, based in a market like this, that profit tends to come. But for now, I think that does pretty much wrap it up for this video. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, as it does help me out a lot. And be sure to check out some of my other videos as well. But for now, that wraps it up. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.